me, everybody. My name is Alan Smithson, and I'm going to be showing you a game engine called MetaVRse. And we're really excited because we've been working on this for the last 7 years. It sounds like crazy that we called our company MetaVRse in 2016, and now all of a sudden we have summits and conferences, and everybody in the world speaking about the term Metaverse. But we've been grinding it out, making a game engine on the web. Everything you see here, I'll show you a video, and then I'm actually going to show you guys some live presentation of some of the things we've built. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be here and to show you guys this. And it's really an exciting time for creators. One of the challenges with building virtual augmented mixed reality and metaverse worlds is that it's difficult. It's hard for everybody to participate in this. And so we were looking to solve two challenges. One is that it wants to be on web. You know, if everybody's talking about the definition of the metaverse being on the web or the internet, why are we still using game engines that require applications? And you know, every customer that we've done, we've been working with enterprise clients for the last several years. We've done over 160 projects for different enterprise clients, and every single client, every single one was like, "Do we need an app? Are you sure we need an app?" And in doing all of these experiences, we realized that that's a stumbling block for a lot of people, a lot of customers. There's about a 70% drop off, especially on mobile. So we said, okay, it needs to be on web. It needs to be mobile because you can't just forget the 7 billion devices on the planet. And it needs to be easy and low code. And so what we built is a low code game engine on the web that is accessible on 7 billion devices. So with that, I'm just going to show you a quick video. We just announced at AWE in June, we just announced version 2.0 of our software. We've been working on this this version of the software now for about 2 years. We launched 1.0 at AWE in 2020. And how do I go full screen here? 1 second, guys. There we go. Perfect. So enjoy. So everything here is shot live from within the engine. Works on all devices, browsers, phones, tablets, computers. We have a full Git repository. So if you have multiple people editing together, if you mess it up, you can revert back. We offer on-prem hosting, which for large enterprises is very important. We built our own WebGL layer and our own 3D model format. We use a C3B format. Integrated physics. It's code optional. We have a full drag and drop system, but it's JavaScript enabled, so you can code to your heart's delight. We figured out multi-threading on a browser, which is how we're able to push millions of polygons. We have a full communication suite, chat, text, video, audio, spatial audio. We've got back-end systems for purchasing products. We're building a mall, which I'll show you. We have an automatic NFT generator from within the system, and it's one-click publish. You don't have to build an iOS, Android, desktop. It's all one publish. We also built our own proprietary avatar system, which is going to be announced very soon. And our mission is metaverse creation for everyone, because if everyone can participate in the creation of the metaverse, then this will be really something that takes off. If not, then it'll just be a bunch of nerds in a conference center working on this forever. So I'm really bullish on the fact that everybody will be able to create this as easy as they can create a Canva experience or a PowerPoint experience. So I mentioned that we're building a mall. I'm going to show you this quick, and then I'm actually going to go through and just run through and show you some demos. The mall is something that we decided to build about a year ago. We've been working in retail, marketing, and training for enterprises, and a lot of customers they want the same thing. I want a virtual store, and they want it on their website. But what we realized is that they all want the same thing, but none of them really want to build it themselves. They don't want to have it as a standalone thing. So we're building the world's largest virtual mall. It'll be 100 stories tall. Each floor is owned as an NFT, and each floor is 1 million square feet. And so with that, I'll show you the mall. So if you're interested in the mall, it's themall.io. And so with that, I'm going to actually show you the engine itself. So this is the engine in running. Oh. Yes, they do. I'll leave that one off. So this is the engine here, and I literally just bought this off Sketchfab and dropped it in just to show that you can buy any asset. We're actually going to have a full Sketchfab integration in 2.0. What you're seeing here is 1.0. I'm not quite ready to show 2.0 in public. It'll be probably in 2 weeks. So if you sign up for engine.metaverse.com for access to the engine, engine.metaverse.com, and you'll get access to the beta as soon as it's released. But with this, I've got the full ability to bring in 3D assets. I can animate them. This particular guy has a bunch of animations, some walking, some running, some shooting, and he's got a whole bunch of things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a quick button to trigger that animation. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to just make it so that he is the button. So I click the guy, I click over in this top right hand corner, and you'll see it says drop asset here, and this is our code tab, or our code system. And what we're able to do, we call it code snippets. And you've got here a bunch of different code snippets, and this will be open as an API, so you can make code snippets yourself as well. And I'll pick a controller, and we have an onboard JavaScript editor, so you can actually fully edit yourself. And oh, I think I crashed it. That's okay, it's web, you just refresh the browser, done. Okay, so there's my dude, click him, click my code, there we go. Then I just take that code and I drop it right into there. And now it gives me some options. I can get a camera, configurations, I can initiate animation, stuff like this. So I'm gonna make a camera angle. So I go over here, I make a camera, and I go, okay, I want the camera to fly into, I don't know, maybe there. So I go use current camera, done. So that camera's done. Next thing I'm gonna do is drop the camera that I just made into the camera, done. And we'll take, I don't know, 3 seconds, 3,000 milliseconds. And then we're going to do the object animation. I take the actual spaceman himself, drop him in, and it says, okay, what animation do you want? Since there's only one here, I'm going to do a start time of 0 and end time of, we'll do 1,000, see what happens. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so then we're just going to have him walk. We'll do maybe 2,000. Let's see, walk and run. Okay, so now I've got my start and stop of my animation, and when I click him, he's going to fly into that camera angle and do that, and he's going to do it after the camera. So you can set up all sorts of game mechanics. You can have shooting, you can have running, you can have all the things that you have in a normal video game. But let's just preview it quick, and everything you see is WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So that is the load times, and when I click the spaceman, he starts to walk, and then he'll run, and then he stops because we stopped him at 20 milliseconds, or 20 seconds. So I'm happy with that. I'm great. Okay, I want to add maybe a video in here. So I'm going to import a video. I'll do floating in space. That seems apropos. I'll drop that in. And what you're seeing here is that we're uploading it to the cloud, we're processing it, bringing it back down quickly, but everything's done on device. So when you send this out as a game or as an application, it's actually sent over the browser on device. So it's not pixel streaming, it's not cloud streaming, you don't have to pay for extra data and that sort of thing. It's all done on device. And so now I've got my video. I'm gonna make a plane. So I've got my plane here, and 1 second. I'm just going to rotate that up so we can have it there. Perfect. All right, so now I've got this guy here, and maybe what I'll do is perfect. Great. All right, so now turn that off. Now I'm just going to apply that video onto this plane by simply going to Video. I click Video. I take the video that we just dropped in. Actually, I'm going to put that in there and that in there so I don't lose it. Done. So I take the video that we just made, and one hand is very hard without a mouse. There we go. Drop it in. It's going to upload, and it'll take 2 seconds here. And then I'm going to have it so that it plays when we click the video. So the video's in there. You can see it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply that to the albedo texture of the plane. Done. So the video's there. Yep. It's working? Yep. Okay. One. I'm just going to brighten it up because it's a bit dark. Okay. So there's my video in the background. Great. And okay, I'm happy with that. Now I want to trigger it. So I'm going to click my spaceman again, go back to his code tab, and then say video component. Take the video we just made, drop it on, after camera play, pause or stop, and then we'll just test it and see what it looks like. Or not. There it goes. All right, live demos, it's always a thing. So you click the spaceman, flies in, he starts running, and the video starts playing behind him. Great, okay, so I noticed that the video is a little bit off. I want to maybe move it over here, and maybe I want to rotate it just a bit more because it's just not in the right spot. Okay. So you can see how easy it is to do this and just gonna get where you want to be. Now, one thing that's really exciting about this is that when you hit publish, it'll work on everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test it one more time, make sure it works. Great. And then so I'm going to click the spaceman. It'll fly me in, and he's going to run. And there you go. The video plays in behind. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I want to publish it, and that's it. So if you guys have your phone, you can try it on your phone right now. I'll make the QR code bigger. And you should be able to get that there now. I'll do it on my phone here, see if it works. This is the moment of truth always in a live demo. Will it actually work? There we go. I have to say the Wi-Fi here is awesome. The first conference that got the Wi-Fi right. All right, so there's my spaceman, and then click it, and it flies in, and then I see him run. Yeah, it's working. Yeah. On some phones, maybe some, maybe not. Okay, so making a spaceman is really cool. That's all they let me do. I'm not allowed to make more complicated things because I'm. But what if you were to build something more complicated like the mall, for example? So I'm going to go to full screen here. So this is not our avatars. This is just, we call her Ava the avatar. She has no legs, and that's okay. We love her still. But you can walk around with Ava. And now we have the ability to not only have Ava alone, but we can have multiple people into this experience together. And so what else we can do is we can actually have real-time audio and video, kind of like Slack. Hello, there we go. Hey. So you have real-time video. You can put it on top of your avatar. You can walk around. You can actually meet your friends in the mall. You can have an experience in here. So I'm going to turn that off for a second. I'm going to put the mic down, and I'm just going to walk around the mall for a second. Because I need 2 hands. All right. So it's just WASD on a desktop, but it's 2 thumbs on a mobile. So you use your left thumb and your right thumb, left for walking, right. It's typical first-person game mechanics. And then you can go into a store. You can interact. You can buy either physical or digital goods in fiat or cryptocurrency. And so we believe that this is going to be, the future of retail. So I can go into stores, take a look at things, and you're not limited by being in a store. So I could click this tent and go to a full other experience, and I'll show you that in a second. But the interesting thing about this, how am I doing for time?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's go to, we're going to go to the Lego store. I think it's, where is it? It's over here? No, on the other side. It's the problem with the mall. You can never get, you need a map. So I'm going to go to the Lego store.
Can you jump?
Oh no, I meant like downstairs.
Of course, I'll show you that in a second. Absolutely. For sure. So let's say, for example, in the Lego store, and then I want to maybe, click this creator box here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to another tab because it's not set up all integrated just yet. But imagine, you click a button, and now you're in a whole new Lego experience, right? So it doesn't have to be just the mall. It could be full experience. It could be anything, right? So it really is up to your imagination. It's all drag and drop. So all of this was built with very little code, almost no code. And then the back-end system. So if you want to connect to business intelligence tools, order management, these types of things, then you really want to have JavaScript coders on staff. So we've built the game engine to be multiplayer, but also multi-editor. So the cool thing about this is that you can have teams, 3D artists, you can have game mechanics people, you can have subject matter experts. We do a lot of training. We do training for a large, actually, in 3 days we're going to do the case study. We do all the training for Siemens Healthineers, a large medical device company, and they've been using this to train staff because they couldn't bring them physically because of COVID. So I'm going to escape that. And I'm just going to show you another thing. I won't walk over to the store, but I will show you the jumping because somebody asked, and it's super fun. And there's a Samsung store somewhere in here. I don't know where it is, but anyway, you get the point.
And the exported files are hosted where, in fact?
What do you mean?
The files, the video files exported. I can host it wherever I want.
Yeah, absolutely. So videos are streamed in. So what we do is we do video streaming in. So because let's say you're walking around the mall and you want to watch a video. Well, you don't want to load that video into the project file because then it would take too long. So we just stream those in. And we actually figured out how to do multi-threading. I'll show you that in just 2 seconds. But here's an example of a training experience we did for Samsung. We did the last 5 launches for Samsung. This is the flip and fold. That's this folding phone, which is super cool. So you can, self-learn. You can understand about the features of the phone. We have a full quiz-based system in here. We've actually trained 50,000 people on this system. So it teaches you about Samsung Pay and whatever features you want to teach. So we actually focused a lot on training and B2B training and teaching and marketing. And so we feel that there's a kind of a great correlation between training and learning and marketing. And it's really, really quite special because now they're taking this and they're putting it on their website as well, and it's not just for internal training. So I'll leave you with that, and then what I want to show you one more thing here. This is a store we built. I'll just refresh it. And we actually built this for T-Mobile, but we decided to build our own version of it for us too, because it's kind of beautiful. So imagine that, a store like this, multiple levels, you can walk around, and same thing as we were doing before in the other one. And you'll notice that one of our claim to fame is that the quality is not like some of the other Web3 things out there. Sorry? It's not pixelated. It's we're able to push millions of polygons in a mobile browser, and it's by the end of this year, our goal is to push 100 million polygons. This is I'm not going to show you that. This is a actual virtual gallery that we built for Monaco Art Week last week. I just literally came in from Monaco Art Week this week under the patronage of His Serene Highness Prince Albert. And so we built this in a few days, and you can see that we're able to really create incredible virtual worlds, experiences, there was very little code on this one. So we've got to the point where a lot of the code snippets are done, and you can just drag and drop a lot of things. So we're really, really excited about the potential of this. And one other thing I'll show you, because I know time is tight, we're also building a virtual city. And this city here is pretty exciting because it's actually about 2.4 million polygons. And if you notice, I'm going to put the phone down, or the mic down for just a sec. If you notice, as I'm walking, it's actually creating the city as I go. And so as I walk along, you'll notice the buildings start being built. Yes. See it? It builds. And what this allows us to do is have infinite virtual worlds on a mobile device, because very similar to, we call it infinite LOD, or infinite level of detail. So we're going to be able to push 4K textures on a phone because you're only rendering the window in which you see. And this is a really, really big advantage if you're building large virtual worlds, if you're building large experiences. I'll walk around quick so you can get an understanding of how big this thing is. It just keeps going and going and going. Sorry? The city? The city is just a test for us. It's just to test how many polygons we can push. This will work on my phone. It'll work, yeah. So yeah, this is the basis of a beginning city. So we're going to build the mall, and then beside the mall we're going to build an office tower. So the mall is 100 stories, office tower, then there'll be condo towers, and that's the beginning of kind of a city. So we're just testing how do we push tens of millions, hundreds of millions of polygons out to a mobile browser on the phone. So this is super exciting, and yeah, that's that. I think I'm getting the rug pull. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alan. I look forward to one day seeing. I just